Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Check out my Patreon link below. Let's get to these over-under week 2 spread picks. Last week, people said I did quite well with the over-under, so let's get to these ones. I got a few money picks mixed in. First game, we got the New York Giants at the Washington No Names, over under 41 on Thursday Night Football. I'm going under. I know there's a lot of Taylor Heineke hype, but I'm not sure how much he's really going to put forth. When I see this game, when I imagine this game, I see a 2017 score line. I could see 20-10. There's a lot of different ways it goes, but I do envision it being low scoring. As for this Giants offense, the offensive line didn't show me a hell of a lot. But also, I got to come on here and look the viewers in the eye. Daniel Jones wasn't good enough. I thought he would be better. And this isn't the defense to really correct on path, because you got that Washington pass rush, that interior pass rush, and I'm not sure people like Will Hernandez and some of those below average players on the Giants offensive line can really compete. That's why I got this going under. The Giants offensive line crumbles, and let's be real, Washington's working with a journeyman backup quarterback. It's not going to be a pretty game. Thursday night games are never pretty. They tend to always dip towards under. I like this one. Next game, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Carolina Panthers. The over-under is 44. Listen, the NFC South is an underrated physical division. The games are very physical, especially within a division. I got this going over, and it's just barely. I want to see what Darnold does this week. We know the Saints defense can ball, and one thing we know about the Saints defense in particular, they're one of the most physical defenses in this league. Say what you will about Sean Payton's genius and ingenuity on offense. I missed that word. Say what you will about Sean Payton's offensive expertise, but man, the way he gets his team to play physical and how he always revamps the defense every year is something to just startle at. But even with this being said, I think Darnold gets some things going. I think Payton and Jameis get some things going. And also, I think this is a close game late in the fourth quarter within the last 7 minutes. And you know what happens when a game's close in those last 7 minutes. You could push towards under even if you need 25 points. It gets that crazy in this league. Next game, we got the Houston Texans at the Cleveland Browns. The over-under is 48. Money, money, money. Money. Now, this isn't one to put like 10 G's on or anything like this, but I got the under when we talk about this 48. I like Cleveland's offense. Odell Beckham's out this week, but maybe that's even addition by subtraction. I really like what Cleveland's doing running the ball. Houston doesn't have a lot of talent. Tyrod Taylor, he is serviceable, but how much can he do with Jadeveon Clowney and Myles Garrett coming at him? Because I'm for certain that the Texans won't get the run game going against the Browns. I don't see the Texans getting over 10, 13 points. Yes, there are garbage points in this league, but I don't see them picking up even a lot of garbage points. I don't see the Browns going crazy. I see them starting a game, maybe getting a 17-3 lead in the second quarter, and I see them just kind of jogging this baby home. Maybe Texans keep it close, but I don't see a lot of points out of them. I'm going under. Next game, we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Chicago Bears. The Bears, over under 45. I got under the 45, and I just want to add a correction. I am rolling with Cincinnati to win in the cover against the Bears. I've been going back and forth, but I have made my decision. It is Cincinnati to win in the cover, for those wondering who watched the Week 1 video. And then also, when I'm looking at this over-under, I particularly like the over-under in the first half. I think this game starts out like a grind mindset. I think the first half ends something like 10-3, maybe 10-3, 6-3. I don't see the first half being high scoring. So make sure you go check that out, over under the first half line. But for the full line of the 45, I'm going under as well. I don't see Andy Dalton getting much going with the Bears. Next game, I got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The over-under is 47. Now, this seems like an under, right? The fundamentals, it smells as if it's an under. But I'm going to go over here. You got Mike Tomlin. You got this really good defense. TJ Watt, how did he ball last week? That was something phenomenal. And you got Las Vegas. You saw Crosby on Monday night. They actually have a pass rush. So normally that's elements for keeping it under, but I think this is going to be a very close game in the fourth quarter. I think it could even turn into somewhat of a shootout in the fourth quarter. I wonder what Big Ben will do. I wonder what Derek Carr would do. There's a lot of questions. There's more questions than answers. The only thing is, I know this is going to be a close game. I'm going over, but I would stay the hell away from this one. Next game, we got the Buffalo Bills at the Miami Dolphins. The over-under is 47.5. I'm going under, and I'm actually pretty confident about this one. Yes, we know the Bills-Chiefs vibe from last year. You see one of them in a game, you go the over. I understand the methodology, and probably long-term statistically it will pay off for you. But I'm going under this game. I like what Flores has been doing since he came head coach as the Miami Dolphins. This defense has more pieces, and I also like what this defense is doing in the secondary. Miami's defense doesn't have a great pass rush, but I think they'll find other ways to get pressure on Josh Allen. Josh Allen looked out of rhythm. I think he comes in with better rhythm this game, but I think the Dolphins defense will have some answers for what the Bills do. I expect them to double Stephon Diggs, and you let those other dudes beat you. I think Miami's defense is the main reason this goes under. And also, too, he's not going to light up the world. And the Bills' defense is pretty solid, but it does have vulnerabilities. But I don't think this Miami offense is the offense to unlock those vulnerabilities of the Bills' defense. Next game, we got the Los Angeles Rams, McVay, Stafford, on the road, Indianapolis, over-under 47.5, and I got this going over, and I think both defenses tire in the second half. I think the Colts have some things up their sleeves this game, and therefore it keeps close, and therefore the points tick up when we get to the second half. Matt Stafford looked good last week. It was everything I expected. I was a little bit surprised how good that run game. It didn't look great last week against the Bears, but I actually think the Rams will have a solid run game. That's going to help against the Colts defense. And also the Colts will have balance, and I think they will be able to tire out a Rams defense. That is good. The Rams defense is legit, y'all. But the problem with the Rams defense is they have no depth, and I think Indy tires them out in the second half. That's why this baby ticks to over. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out my Patreon page, link in the description. Every single bet I make is posted there. Only $5 a month. Let's get to the next game. Make sure you hit those like buttons. Next game, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles. Over under 50. Money, money, money. Money. I'm going under. And everyone in the world seems to think this is going to be a shootout. I'm one of the highest people on Jalen Hurts. During the offseason, I was one of the most positive people. I don't think he's going to be a superstar quarterback, but I think he adds elements that help teams win games. I'm not saying it's long-term, but Hurts adds something when he comes in and plays quarterback. But even with that being said, this 49ers defense is no joke. And I think they come in, they put 8 men in the box, and they play really, really physical, and they play really, really ruggish. And I think that will hurt the Eagles. We know Hurts gives them a spark in that run game. But that offensive line isn't all that great. Hurts is making it look better than it actually is. And then are there any really receivers for him to air it out to? Really, the best Eagles form of attack is play action and try to get it over the top. But that's not really Hurts' game. I think San Fran minimizes Hurts, which will minimize the points. They will minimize Hurts in the run game and make him throw it underneath. San Fran's offense, I think they have a good game, but I think Philadelphia's coming to fight with new vogue and new energy energy and new attention to detail. I think San Fran puts up like 27-30, but I don't think they put up too much. This 50 is really, really high. I'm going under, and I think people are buying too much into this Falcons performance last week from the Philadelphia Eagles. Next game, we got the Denver Broncos at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Over-under is 45.5, and I have no freaking idea. I'm going under because I don't know if the Jags are going to show up. There's not a lot of science. I wish I could say some science and we can talk X's and O's, we can talk schemes, but I don't know what the hell's going on with Urban Meyer. I don't. I know it's only one game last week on the road to the Texans, first ever game in the NFL, but that wasn't good enough, and there's just not excuses for that. So you don't even know if you can count on the Jags showing up, and I am honestly getting worried. I don't mean to overreact because it's only week one, but I am worried about Urban Meyer leading Trevor Lawrence during this NFL experience. I got this going under. I think Denver puts up their 24 points. Maybe the Jags are able to get 10, 17, but we'll see what the Jags do. I'm as you can tell, I'm kind of disappointed. I just watched the game film last night. Next game, we got the New England Patriots at the New York Jets. The over-under is 42.5. Yeah, this is a low one, but I got this going under. Belichick, rookie quarterback. I'll take some of your lines. I'll take some of your talking points. Oh, that Bill Belichick against a rookie quarterback. No. I understand, but I think it plays a factor in this game. But it's more about Zach Wilson not having enough help. But also on the other side of the ball, I think this Jets defense, I think they bring their lunch carton to work. I think they're ready. I think they're physical, and I think they're going to stop New England's run game. And I think this is going to be an ugly game with lots of black and blue marks, lots of bruises, lots of running the ball, not a whole lot of touchdowns. That's why I'm going under. Next game, we got the Minnesota Vikings at the Arizona Cardinals in the desert. Over under 51. I'm going over. I think Arizona puts up over 30 points. Now, I'm not saying they're getting over 40. I'm not saying they're even getting something like 38, but I think they get over 30 points, and I think that's enough to push this over. The Vikings will put up their points. The Vikings will be somewhat competitive on offense, but I'm extremely worried about this Minnesota Vikings defense. I'm especially worried about them in the second half. I don't think they're in the best condition, and if Cliff Kingsbury is able to keep some sort of semblance of run-pass balance, he's really, really going to wear down this Vikings defense to a point of no return. I think Arizona could put up 17 to 20 points in the fourth quarter alone. I'm going over here. Next game, we got the Atlanta Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The over-under is 52. I'm going over because, listen, I'm not excited about Atlanta. I know some of you were, and you were brought back down to reality last week. But I think Atlanta's going to perform a little bit better. And I don't think Tampa Bay is going to be hyper-focused and very vigilant about this ball game. We saw Tampa Bay do it last year. We even saw them do it week one against the Cowboys. In reality, Buccaneers should have won that game by 17, even though the Cowboys offense did bring some good ball. It's really complicated when you talk about the Falcons because they're so inconsistent. I think they're able to put up their 17, 20 points. We know the Buccaneers are getting into the 30s. I think this just barely scrapes over. Next game, we got the Tennessee Titans at the Seattle Seahawks. Over under 54. I'm going under. Listen, I'm glad to see Mike Vrabel finally get some criticism. I've been giving him criticism for 2 years on this channel, even when they're winning games, because there's just so many holes, especially with his defensive play calling and the way he handles in-game management. But I'm going under here. I think Vrabel has to really get back to basics, has to get back to fundamentals. First thing, you get this ball to Henry. Second thing, you want to know what? And you give it to him again. That's what you have to do. And that's how you keep Russell America Wilson on the bench. This Seahawks offense, say what you will about this Seahawks team. I'm not all that excited about it. But when this Seahawks offense hits stride, they're really, really good. And they're really able to put up points. And Seattle has a great deep ball game, and that's Tennessee's weakness. But I think this goes under because I think Tennessee, they know, okay, Let's make Russell throw it underneath. Let's make the Seahawks run the ball. But also, this is about our run game. This is about D. Henry. This is about us trying to fight out a game on the road. And I think the Titans run it a lot, and they keep this under. Next game, we got the Dallas Cowboys at the LA Chargers. Over under 55. I'm going over. This is Wild Wild West. This is shootout. This is Dak. This is Herbert. I'm excited for this game. I think this is one of the most must-watch games of the weekend. I'm not a guy who doesn't like teams without defense, but I'll tell you what, I'm signing up to this one. I'm getting a front row seat in front of the TV for this one. I think it goes over because Dallas has a bottom 5 defense in this league. Nothing against Tampa Bay did anything to alleviate my concerns, but there is one positive for Cowboys fans. They are getting a pass rush, so that gives them a fighting chance against an average offensive line against the Chargers. But I like what Dak's doing. I like how they got 3-4 damn good wide receivers. I would like to see Dallas use Deke more, use Ezekiel Elliott more because they need to run it more to give their defense rest and keep the other offense off the field. I don't think they do it this game. I don't think Zeke runs it a lot. I think there's lots of points. Herbert and Dak both go over 320 passing yards. I'm going over. Next game, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Baltimore Ravens. The over-under is 55. I'm going under. And I'm not sure what to expect this game. I don't have a good vibe to this game. But one vibe I'm getting is I don't think Baltimore is all that competitive in this game. I don't know why. Maybe it's the running back issue, but you bring in Latavius Murray, my boy Latavius Murray, and he looks great. He looked great, but there's just something off about the Ravens at the moment, and there's something I can't put my foot on. And we know KC, they won't be hyper-focused, but I think they come in, they win this game, they keep it under. Next game, we got the Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers. The over-under is 48. I'm going over because I think the Lions come to play. And I'm not saying the Lions are winning this game, but I think the Lions are competitive in this game, and I think they're going to come in with energy and focus. That's one thing we don't know that we're going to get from the Packers at the moment. There's lots of speculation about that performance against the Saints. I got questions about Aaron the Game Rodgers. Listen. You should never just quit on your team. I understand the organization is trash, and I've been saying it for years. And I understand maybe sandbagging Mike McCarthy a little bit. But at the end of the day, man, Aaron Rodgers, he pretty much just has 1 year left there. I think Green Bay comes out a little bit better, but I still think their chemistry issues will open up opportunities for Detroit. Detroit's able to score into the 20s. Green Bay slides into the 30s easily against a really, really non-talented defense. I got this going over. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. This is the best gambling show on the internet. Check out my links in the description. Check out my Patreon. Only $5 a month. You will see every bet I post in NFL or soccer. Also, make sure you go to my Instagram, Lawson Bets NFL. Let's get this money. Subscribe, hit the like button. You guys are the reason why I'm growing, and I want to say thank you.